I had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said, say it again, and he did. Right hook sent him down.
Hit him. He fell.
Yeah.
This is Corey Ellis Pujols, a 27-year-old Dunkin' Donuts manager with no criminal record. He just landed a deadly blow on a 77-year-old man, and that singular act was just enough to ruin his clean records, claim the life of a man, and earn him significant charges. On May 4th, 2021, just after 1:30 p.m., Tampa police were called to a Dunkin' Donuts inside a Circle K in the Palm River area of Tampa. When officers arrived, medics were already treating the victim, 77-year-old Vanell Cook, who was unconscious and bleeding from the head.
And I guess I read an interview with my neighbor through the street in Florida, 33619.
I don't know what happened. I was there. People having he could be emotional. I'm freaked out.
Which kid? He has heart problems. He's 100% disabled. Disabled veteran. He's got allergies. We've seen allergies.
Almost immediately, Corey Pujols approached the officers and told them he was the man they were looking for, calm and cooperative. He explained exactly what happened.
So first and foremost, let me just say my name is Corey Ellis Pujols. I am the guy you were looking for in regards to this situation. The long and short of it is that here obviously at Dunkin', he's a regular. He normally comes through here and orders a large hot coffee. But today, maybe he's having a rough day or something, and he decided to be extremely profound at the mouth. And I asked him respectfully on the microphone, could you please not use that kind of language, obviously with me and my employees. And as well as that, and he said no, and then he came around to the window, he kept going at the window, and then I guess he was going to come inside, so I came inside, I came over inside to let him know. He asked for the manager. Our current store manager is off already. She worked morning shift, she's currently otherwise here, so I would be for the senior shift. I've been here a little bit longer than he has, so I was returning responsibility for that. In any case, I came out to let him know. I said, listen, sir, for offending that you use, I would highly recommend that you go on about your business. We don't want to serve you any coffee today, and you can try again another day, but you have clearly upset, you feel me, the atmosphere here, and we would like for you to go on about your business. I asked him to do that repetitively. It's all on camera. As I mentioned, he came inside, and when he came inside, he addressed me, and he was looking, I said, hey, listen, the manager's not here right now. I'll give you the manager's store number and all that good stuff, and he didn't want it, and I said, sir, can you please go on about your business again, have a good day? He said, no, you're a nigger. And then I said, and I'm sorry, I had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said, say it again, and he did. Right hook sent him down.
So it goes without being said that you can't hit somebody because it's you don't like it.
I very well.
I'm just telling you.
No, I agree. Believe me. Listen, I'm terrified right now, but I agree with what you're saying. You shouldn't. I have had a fit of racism since I've only been here about 2 months, and I've dealt with so much of it. And I'm not saying that is a reason to do it. I'm not.
I got people that say a bunch of hateful and horrible stuff to me every single day. For the past 16 years, I'd rather go one ear not the other. It ain't gonna hurt you. This will get you in trouble. Not gonna get you arrested, but I mean, dude, you hit him when he fell down.
Yeah, and he did his head pretty good.
And he should have never said what he said. But guess what? That's the country we live in. You say what you want to say.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, like you're saying, dude, get the freak out.
Yeah.
1 second. You slipped and fall, push and fell.
Right hook and fell. My apologies for the
He was hit and he fell down.
Keep down on this other. You hit him. You're punching this stuff. I'm not one to run from what I've done.
No, you're fine.
And again, he's a regular, so I honestly feel like shit about this situation.
Alright, don't worry. Some guys I'm going to
Yes, sir. You too. Take it easy.
Howdy. Gentleman came in, was being very rude to this gentleman, which is the on-duty manager.
Acting manager for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Said some expletives, and he hit him. He fell.
He did him?
Yeah.
Did you get his information yet or no?
I have not. I just came in.
That's his grandson that's with him, though.
Okay.
That is his grandson.
I was just talking about
that information necessary.
So, yeah, you want to grab this 43?
I have, we do have surveillance, however, when the boss leaves, she locks the...
That's fine.
Yeah, she locks the...
So here's the reality of what could happen.
Yeah.
If you charge a battery, yeah, you could be charged a battery.
Right.
I'm not trying to get on to you, man.
Yeah, no.
You can't let, and I'm telling you from here on out, you can't let somebody says in here.
Yeah.
Said I deal with it and I let it go on. I mean, people say nasty and hateful stuff to him and I.
Oh, believe me,
I job.
I know.
For no reason.
I know.
You're gonna have people like that throughout your life. You just gotta let it go in one ear, right out the other. And just realize that he's gonna leave and be on his way, and you're gonna still be here working. You know. So we'll let them get him loaded up and everything like that. Stuart's got to do both. I'll be in here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
You're cool. You're good to go, man. Thank you.
It started moments earlier in the drive-thru. Employees couldn't hear Cook through the speaker. He became agitated, began yelling, and was told to leave without being served. Instead, he parked and walked inside. A Dunkin' employee who dealt with Cook at the drive-thru told officers the same story Pujols did.
So basically, he was just being, outright rude when your court is going through. But he was just being
For what reason?
Verbal. I asked him if he wanted iced or hot coffee. He instantly was like cold coffee. He was like, cold coffee. I always get back to the same. I'm always getting wrong. I'm like, this is not here, and identify at the window.
So he got mad because you asked him if he wanted iced or hot coffee.
Yeah. Instantly offered. He was already mad. Large hot latte. Okay, gotcha. So instantly he was just,
Sure.
above level. So he was being very verbal. Didn't want to listen to what we were saying. So Corey was like, he got on the mic because I've only been here for like just 3 weeks.
Sure.
But I've had Dunkin' experience, so
Well, that shouldn't be a normal reaction of
it
somebody.
shouldn't be a normal reaction. So he didn't want to. Okay, so he was being really verbal for absolute no reason. So, Corey got on the mic because, he's the veteran here, the more experienced person. So, he took over the mic and was like, can you not talk to the customer? Like that. And he didn't listen. So he said, okay, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to take the orders again, we're going to ask whoever you have to leave. Came up here, we got a verbal, like, meetings and like, he said, the orders, everything like here, we were showing him that people coming again later. So then that's when he came up to the front, and it was right there.
So even after y'all asked him to leave,
He kept on coming.
came, he parked, and when you say up there, up at the front counter.
Yeah, he came to the car. So we knew Corey was gonna. So me and Corey went up there to wait and tell him to leave again. He didn't want to listen again, so we asked him to leave again 2 times, and that's when he called Corey the N-word, and it escalated from there.
What did you see happen from there?
From what I seen is I heard him telling Corey told me to call the cops off rip. So I was calling the cops, I was calling my manager, I was calling everybody. And the dude he kept on being violent, very rude. So
When you say violent, like physically violent,
no,
or
that's
just verbally?
I don't think he physically touched Corey, but mentally, trying to get into Corey's mind,
Sure.
mess with him and around with his head. So then Corey, he was like, okay, we're gonna ask you one more time. We're gonna either, you're gonna leave or we're gonna call the cops. I was already calling the cops. So he didn't want to leave. He was like, there's a bunch of niggas, this, that, third, your nicknames. Corey was like, one more time, and he called him another name, and that's what happened. I was right here, and I was on the phone with my manager and the police officers at that time. Oh wait, yeah, police officer at that time, and that's what happened.
So what happened after that, after he said that?
Where he punched him, he was on the floor, and he was on the phone.
Okay. And you were standing like
right around here.
Okay. Is he? And Corey said he's a normally irregular. It comes through
He
here.
comes here a lot, and he's very, like verbal. Like I guess he doesn't know how to, be respectful. So
normal people not to be respectful. And choose not to be.
He wasn't being respectful.
I mean, it's horrible.
Yeah, so he does this a lot. I've had multiple times where I've had to go through it. He gets mad because we don't know his order. So if we don't know your order because we cannot physically see your face.
Sure. Hello, manager?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to A, I got a thumb drive, or B, if we're able to get the video, can you email it? What's better for you?
I'll have it emailed to you.
Okay.
I'll have my local convention guy
Okay.
send it to you.
Let me go out and.
Give me an email address.
Yes, sir.
I'll call him now, as a matter of fact. To go ahead and get him to do it.
Okay.
Police requested the store's surveillance footage, and it told the exact story the two employees told. Instead of leaving the property as the employees requested, Vanell Cook parked his car and walked inside the store. Seeing this, Corey Pujols, the on-duty manager, immediately told a coworker to call the police. Cook approached the service counter and continued arguing. Pujols stayed on the opposite side, separated by a waist-high swinging door, and repeatedly told Cook to leave the store. During the confrontation, Cook used a racial slur, calling Pujols the N-word. At that point, Pujols stepped through the swinging door, moving closer but keeping his hands at his sides. He warned Cook not to say the word again. Cook repeated the slur. In response, Pujols threw a single punch to Cook's jaw. Cook fell backward, struck his head on the concrete floor, and lost consciousness. Pujols then walked away as emergency services were already being called. The victim, Vanell Cook, was later revealed to be a registered sex offender with a long criminal history involving child exploitation. Prosecutors would later describe him as an unsympathetic victim, but legally, none of that justified the punch. The officers eventually did what they had to do.
And it feels better in here.
Before what happened, I feel pretty concerned right now. That man's up here is not accepting the administration before. And I understand the angst and the level of frustration that would exist too. And this is one of those things that there's one thing that's scaring us right now, it's the level of it. It's in critical condition right now, it's not really bad. He has brain swelling right now, it's unconscious. So I'm going to pray for you and for him that he recovers, and he'll pray this you hear what I'm saying? It's a level of injury. Had he not been this injured, there's a lot of things we could have done. Just like I said, nobody here would know what that guy's saying. None of us would know. That's all. And he deserves a replacement. That's how serious he's injured. We have to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to understand that everybody here agrees that he was wrong. He said he was wrong. He has to respect him. Couldn't help him. Like I said, he's not in it. So I'm afraid for him that he recovers. That hopefully go away. But for the time being, you're going to be charged 1 pound of battery on the elderly male who lives about your age. You'll have a bond. It's not going to be high. You'll bond outside at some point. And then we'll pray all of us that this guy recovers and everything works itself out. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything you have that you want somebody to say here?
That's fine. Mom, you want to step over here? We grab all this stuff. Name, do you want a bag? I can give you a bag. All that. Yeah, I've got one in here, or if you got one, that's fine.
Like I say, he'll get a bond. Hopefully, as fast as possible, so he can get out and be done with it. But I call the state attorney's office. I expect all of our supervision, and it's just unfortunate. I wish the guy had a black eye so he could also say, hey, watch your out. He thinks it's bad. Just don't mistake that. Really, you can make it your best.
That's for Mom.
Okay, that's it?
Right. Yeah,
That's it for
yes. Have a seat. Well, what the detective was saying, we 100% agree. Well, his head hit hard and everything. I mean, they brought him out here. He was unconscious, and then while he's up there, he's not doing good right now. He could get better. Okay. So you go down. We'll tell Mom. Mom can go down. Yeah, you do that now. 10:35. Do they? Okay, that's fine. It's just a hope that it gets better. Okay, I know that was not your intent.
It was not.
It wasn't. I know that. You told me that right off the bat, man. It would have been different if it would have progressed and it would have been more physical after that, but it wasn't. But everything, when something happens, everything is taken that happens in the entire situation. You know what I'm saying? So him falling, him getting the injury, him being elderly, again, he could be in the hospital and be completely fine by the morning. Okay? But we'll tell mom, mom will come down and bond you out. It should be, I think, $1,000 bond or $100 to a bondsman. She can come down and bond you out. And I'm sorry about this.
I'm sorry because I still think, no matter what anybody thinks of me, I shouldn't. I agree with that.
Let me turn the around for you. Let me talk to mom.
3 days later, on May 7th, 2021, Cook died from a skull fracture and brain contusions. Pujols was rearrested and charged with aggravated manslaughter of an elderly adult, facing up to 30 years in prison. In March of 2022, prosecutors made a controversial decision. They reduced the charge to felony battery. Pujols was sentenced to 2 years house arrest, 3 years probation, 200 hours community service, mandatory anger management, and no prison time. Prosecutors cited key factors such as Pujols' clean record, the victim's aggression and racial slurs, and uncertainty under Florida's Stand Your Ground laws. One man's past made him an unsympathetic victim. The other's clean record spared him a prison cell. But in the end, a single punch thrown in anger ended a life.